do better. But it don't matter how it looks. The most important thing is winning football games, and we got the job done.
You feel like there was rust in this game, getting the JALEN again?
I wouldn't say that. No, we just didn't start off. Obviously, we started off good, but we didn't. The first half, we probably didn't have the half that we would like. But that's football, man. They're a good team. Got credit to them. They did some good things. They're a well-coached team. Got a lot of great players. But at the end of the day, stats don't matter. Only stats that matter is that win column, and we got that today.
How did you like the environment?
I loved it. The what's it called, Wave the Tower or whatever that thing is. I think that was pretty cool. But it's everything I expected it to be, and the beauty is we're guaranteed another one here. So I'm ready for next week.
Sekou, do you feel like, you said it doesn't matter, but in order to go where you guys want to go, does it have to be elevated, do you think, going forward?
Yeah, we got to be our biggest critic, and that's what we're going to be, and we're going to see where we can improve on. But at the end of the day, the opinions, that's for you guys. The only thing that really matters is how we win, whether we throw for 400 yards, we rush for 400 yards, or we win the game 3-0. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Let
me talk my shit again.
What to do? This is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I'm your way more hostile and humble host, CASSIUS Cliff. Before we get into this video and breaking down how we absolutely dominated the Green Bay Packers as I thought we would, please like, share, subscribe as well as comment. It goes a long way. Thank you ahead of time. Thank you in advance. You heard Saquon Barkley say it perfectly. It doesn't matter if it's 30-0, 10-7. Winning is all that matters. We don't give a fuck how it looks. Obviously, we want to blow out every opponent. We don't think any team is on our level. But when it comes down to how we're really feeling about how this team is, like the vet and the rook, we over here finger wagging, we doing the Sully like it's different in Philly, especially given the fact we've seen our team reach higher heights. Our own quarterback, Jalen Hurts, outplayed Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, but yet and still we lost. Why? Because certain plays here and there led to that. Winning is all that matters. How it looks is unimportant at this time. It's the playoffs. I promise you, I 100% would believe Chargers fans, was it Bucks fans, even Steelers fans, they would much rather a 22-10 victory than what they went through this weekend. And I hope y'all enjoyed Wild Card Weekend. I hope y'all enjoyed Victory Monday and are feeling blessed on this Tuesday. Because I know going into this game, I was unsure about what jersey I was going to wear. And I tried something different. I asked people on Twitter, you don't follow me, I already do so. And I followed, a lot of the suggestions that were there. A lot of people telling me, put on a jersey each quarter. And I said, you know what? I'm in the crib watching the Wild Card Weekend. It's going to be different. Let me try something different. At one jersey per quarter, starting off with A.J. Brown to then Jalen Hurts, then Big Pay Slay, then just, to end it off with Saquon Barkley. Interesting, not doing it again, but it was different. And the only thing that wasn't different when it came to this Wild Card Weekend was how we absolutely dominated another team that we should have dominated. The Green Bay Packers are a good team, but like I mentioned in my last video, and a lot of people probably should have assumed, this was not going to be like last time. There was no Cooper DeJean out there. They didn't have Christian Watson, and they didn't even have Jair Alexander. These guys were on it, and it was hitting from the opening kickoff. Oren Burks setting the tone here on the opening kickoff is what really gave me a lot of peace when it came to going into this game, or rather watching this game. And that's why I was like, you know what, I'm really going to change these jerseys up because these boys, they're not here to play. They're here to get walked on, and I appreciate the Green Bay Packers for being the doormat that they were, because Oren Burks setting the tone right here was why we were able to stifle and really strap this entire offense. 10 points. Come on, man. Without Josh Jacobs, these guys are not scoring at all. Obviously, you don't want to see people go down, which is why we got to definitely send our prayers to Nakobe Dean when it comes to that torn patella tendon, so he won't be playing for the rest of the postseason. But having a backup, having a depth with a guy like Oren Burks and him making a play to start off the game, come on. I believe in this team, and I believe in the depth that we have. And if you don't believe me, look at Nolan Smith in his second year, turning it on and really becoming a demon on the edge in this game alone. Not only did he take out, I think, the best offensive lineman, just crashed him. He messed his elbow up, but you don't want to wish injury on anybody. But this is the most physical team in football. Either side of the ball, that's Philly. That's why when you hear Saquon Barkley say it doesn't matter how we win, as long as we're winning and we're dominating, That is the most important thing. And Nolan Smith being a perfect example of that. I mean, 2 sacks in this game, 8 tackles, 2 tackles for losses. This guy was all over the field. Couldn't be stopped. I don't know what Jordan Love was looking at, but I know he wasn't looking at the right guys because eventually he started giving that shit away. First one to the party, big play Slay. I mean, we've been waiting for these corners to step up and make these plays, and this is a phenomenal play by Slay. I mean, in this game, 3 tackles, one pass breakup, an interception, and one INT, one INJ. If you don't know what an INJ is, that is an injury. This guy is constantly getting hurt, and we don't wish injury on anybody. But the fact that he was able to come back in this game and finish off is a huge shout out to him, and really a testament to him being a tough guy and a real pro. But as I said, Jordan Love was just giving the shit away to whoever wanted it. And Zach Bond said, you know what? I want a piece of that too. Since you're giving it up, let me get some of that. No diddy. I mean, I don't know what Jordan Love is doing here. I know he believes in his talent. I don't know if he believes in the coaching. Because how do you have a check down right in front of you and you say, you know what? No, I'm not taking the check down. I'm gonna go to the guy who looks to be open, and you don't see the linebacker sinking his hips and dropping back for an easy interception. I mean, bonehead play, and to cap it all off. I mean, this guy we've been banging the table for all season, and finally, for me personally, when I kind of just like threw my hands up on it, she shows up and makes the play. Quinyon Mobay finally gets an interception after all the attempts. I mean, there's nobody I feel like who's played corner as well as he has and has made getting an interception look so tough like Quinyon Mitchell, but finally an easy gimme, and that's what he gets. In a game where he had 6 targets, he was targeted 6 times, 2 catches allowed for 10 yards, an interception, and a passer rating of 2.7. You know what the highest passer rating is? The highest passer rating is 158.3. For you to have a passer rating of 2.7 on your side, it just goes to show what you are and really what you've been doing all season. I'm just glad that he was able to cap that off with an interception in a playoff game. This is the first time any of our cornerbacks have got an interception all season, and they got in the same game against everybody's golden boy in Jordan Love. No surprise to me. Maybe a surprise to y'all, but we've been on this train, and we're going to keep this shit moving because we're on to the next round. But obviously, the offense had to do something to put up 22 points. And really and truly, do we think Jalen Hurts played a great game? Not the best game. But when it comes down to a quarterback that has arm talent versus a guy that doesn't have IQ, I'm taking the guy with the IQ. Because this pass right here, where was it? A fake took brotherly shove, tush push, barely misses A.J. Brown. So that was a tough one because it had to be a pinpoint accurate pass, and he didn't get it there. But when it comes down to the play calling, I think that was the biggest issue in this game. Because on this play right here, where it looks routine, a under center play, drop back pass, maybe routine for a lot of people, especially for a lot of other fan bases. This is the first time Jalen Hurts has run a play like this in his entire NFL career. Is that a travesty? Is that malpractice? Perhaps. But ultimately, he can do things like this. So if your quarterback can make a routine throw and it become an easy first down, he has the capability. And ultimately, not only does Jalen Hurts know how to win, he knows how to protect the ball and knows where to go with the ball. How do you confirm that, convey that? You get a touchdown to a guy who's not scored a touchdown all season in Jahan Dotson. I mean, you saw what he did against the bum-ass Cowboys in that Week 18 matchup. Almost 100 yards on 8 catches? And clearly, I saw that, okay, Jahan could be an option in this game. And for him to get his first touchdown of the season and to be the first touchdown scored in this game, that's why I was like, oh yeah, we about to blow these boys out. This is not even going to be close. Even though it did not end out that way, this is the physicality I'm talking about, though. And the IQ, because this was intended to be a run play. Jalen understands it, checks into a pass play, a simple, flat route for Dallas Goedert. What does Dallas Goedert do? He becomes Bowser and throws Mario, which is, AKA Valentine, the fuck out of the club. Like, if I'm Valentine, he should be reading the book on the sideline like AJ was, and to find out, is this game really for me? Because he didn't look like he was supposed to be on this play. He didn't look like he was supposed to be out there. Dallas Goedert made sure of that. I mean, hey, we know we're a physical team. We know we're one of the best teams in all of football. I'm just happy to see a plan come together in real time. Jalen making a smart play, Dallas making a strong play, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Because when you got 2K say in the backfield, beginning of the game to end the game off, it don't matter. The guy is the best running back in all of football and really the best weapon in all of football. Behind this offensive line, with a guy running the ball like that, it's tough to stop this team. Even when the game is out of reach and he could absolutely put 10 nails in a coffin, the guy has class and he understands it's about next week. This game's been over. This was not even really a competition after the opening kickoff. So why do I need to hit my head on the goalpost? I would like to see that. Trust and believe I would like to see him do that. But we're not gonna cry over spilled milk. A 22-10 victory is an absolute dominant victory, especially against a team that people thought would be way better. They thought they would have beat us in week 1, and some people were still giving them a chance despite their injuries in this wild card weekend matchup. And I'm just here to say, y'all need to wake the hell up. I think it should go without saying at this point. I think it should be very clear at this point when it comes down to the conversation surrounding the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, compared to a guy like Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Would you rather have arm talent or high IQ and accuracy? Would you rather have a team with an identity or a team that's trying to figure out who they are and really going against what really works? Because we saw what Josh Jacobs was doing in that game, and for him to have under 20 carries and still have 80-something yards, I think probably under 15 carries and 80-something yards, I mean, what are the Packers trying to do? Y'all trying to make Jordan Love into a superstar? I don't think that's going to happen, bro. Beating the Dallas Cowboys at home this year should show you it's not tough to do. Yes, y'all were the first to do it going into that playoff game and the wild card game, but Dallas has been fooling people for years. I mean, look at them now. Complete turmoil. And not to talk about a dead horse that's been dead for weeks, but like let's be real with ourselves. The Green Bay Packers are sometimes a fun team to watch. But is there a more fun fan base to be a part of? Do you think these Eagles fans went into Lincoln Financial Stadium, we're in the bars in the area, assuming that we're going to lose? How do you expect to lose and you bring a whole block of cheese? I said we was going to grate their ass. I said we was going to make queso out of them, whatever you like. Cheese whiz. The Green Bay Packers were never on our level, and all these fans knew it going into this game, which is why they brought a pound of cheese with them. And really and truly, like, I wasn't worried going into this. I called and I predicted a game where it's going to be 31-17. These guys can even score 2 touchdowns. Yes, we left some points on the board, but we're not talking about how not only did our defense not show up, but the offense couldn't do anything. With that first turnover, the offense was clicking. I really feel like it's the play calling that was holding us back. And Kellen Moore, but I need you to get in your bag here, because we're getting down the stretch to where we really can't afford to have a quarter here, a quarter off, a drive off here and there. We need to capitalize on every opportunity, especially if we're getting turnovers. There's no way, shape, or form we did not score on most of our turnovers that we committed. We converted in this game, especially given the fact that we started off 10-0 in the first quarter. 10-0 in the first quarter, we should be blowing them out 40-7. 22-10 is still a dominant victory, but not the one that we were looking for. And of course, we're not going to cry over spilled milk. A dub is a dub, but we're talking about building for the rest of this playoff run, which we fully expect to be a part of. So with that being said, Green Bay Packers, thank you for your service. Thank you for being doormats to us going into the divisional round and on to the next and your next opponent in the Los Angeles Rams, where prayers to everybody in Los Angeles with the fires going on. But unfortunately, we're going to have to put belt to ass to your team, and it is what it is. With that being said, this still is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I am your way more hostile to humble host, Cassius Cliff. I'll be seeing y'all very soon, especially Rams fans. Peace.